Take notes. A step for the journalists that want to take the post-match conference between immediately after this match. And it's all over here. Bengal Insurance won. Nassau United no goal. And Insurance will remain on top of the table with 20 points.
Hello and welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV. That was some glimpses of NPFL actions right there in our own league. It is our own and we have to celebrate our own just the way they do in Europe. You can see the excitement from the players there. The two games, Plateau United against Abia Warriors and then Bendel Insurance against the relegated Nasarawa United. It was actually a good action last season for all of the 4 teams that you saw on the screen. On that note, I welcome you proper to the program. I am Emmanuel Fashemi. We'll be beginning from the home front and from the home scene, and we'll be starting with the NPFL, where the players, you saw the excitement, you saw how they, when the goals were scored, you saw that excitement from the players and then the fans also. But this time around, we are going off the pitch because the players are not happy over the postponement of the kickoff date of the NPFL. The NPFL was supposed to kick off this weekend, but as it stands right now, it has been postponed indefinitely. No date has been given from the NPFL organizers to confirm date for us to start the league, and which the players, after engaging in a whole lot of preseason at this point in time, they are not really happy that the organizers of the NPFL actually postponed the kick-off date, which is not a good one. The likes of Kano, Pillars, Kwara United, and the rest of the team has to just hurriedly, Shooting Stars, put up some friendly games a week or two to see how far. Maybe they will stay a week or a month plus before the NPFL organizers will actually come back to say, okay, the league will be kicking off this date. When this date was confirmed, I asked a colleague of mine, is this date actually sacrosanct? But at the end of the day, we've seen a postponement again. This is not healthy for our league at all. I have all the way from Ado-Ekiti, Jeremiah Omoni to actually give us insight on some of these topics. I also have Noah Sampson in the studio, but let's go straight to Ado-Ekiti first, and let's feel your pulse, Jeremiah Omoni, as the players cry over NPFL postponement. Jeremiah.
Thank you very much for having me around, Emmanuel. I'm so excited to be here this morning to talk sport. It's so sad that we are in this situation right now. I was speaking with some of my friends yesterday, and I was like, I already make plans to travel to Ballon to see the game between Shooting Stars and Plateau United until I got that so unpleasant news that the league has been postponed. It shows that we've not dealt with the problem from the roots up. We've just been trying to do the peripheral of the problems. We've just been dealing with the peripheral of the problem, and we've not been able to deal with it from the root. And that's one of the problems we are facing. If we don't deal with the problem we are facing with the Nigerian league, we will still always have this kind of thing. Last season, the league actually took so long before it resumed. That was how we had this abridged season, the first ever in I think in a couple of seasons. And now again, we are moving gradually to that stage right now, because if care is not taken, we might actually still find ourselves in that situation, trying to play in the abridged season again, just like what happened as it just concluded season. So now, what's the problem? The problem is the fact that, okay, we don't have sponsors. Is the league fascinating enough to have that kind of to have big money spenders? Definitely, the answer is no. obviously, because we don't have all it takes. Every sponsors we've had in the couple of years, the last I think 4 to 5 years, have all been people who are ready to do CSR, not um, corporate bodies who are ready for serious business, because the league is not marketable enough. We've not been able to deal with the marketability of the league, and that boils down to the clubs we have in the country. You look at the Nigerian FPFL club. Look at even let's start with the Jersey, the one I'm seeing right now. It's an eyesore. Start with the jersey of several clubs. You won't be excited. Not to even talk of the facilities, the club, the state, the stadiums, and every other thing that pertains to the Nigerian league. But let me just stop there right now before so that we have other things to discuss. But for me, it's something that we are not ready to deal with the problem right now. Let me tell you that.
Okay, Samson, let me come to you on the studio. Now, the players have actually cried. They, at least they are not happy that the league was postponed. Like I mentioned from the onset, the league was supposed to commence this weekend. Now, indefinitely, no date has been confirmed for when the league will commence. Now, from your own point of view, what do you think this postponement, how is it going to affect the players? How is it going to affect the league in general?
Yeah, I will look at it from two perspectives, from the bad and from the good perspective. From the bad perspective is that these players, they've made their mind set up that, okay, so dates, we are going to start playing the league, and we start preparing for that, and start playing the league and get ourselves busy. So it's quite disappointing to the players and probably to the Nigeria Premier League as a whole, and the fans at home, because most fans are already prepared that by this weekend we should start watching our league, since other leagues from other countries and other continents have started. So that the good aspect I want to look at is that most of these the teams should use this opportunity to try to reboost their team, especially those promoted just to the NPFL, because it's not easy having new promoted teams to the NPFL, and you think you're just come and deal with those at the league. No. So you should use this opportunity to prepare, sign more if the window is still open, to sign more players, have more preparations, do more trainings, and have more friendlies to get them prepared for the league. But I'm also disappointed because it's something that has become something that we like call as recurring, that when you want to start, you give a date that, okay, this stuff is going to start. Before you know, like a week or 2 days, then you have what is the problem? Is it that we cannot fix?
It's not something that is let me say common with our league,
and it's really disappointing. But I think the players they are crying over the postponement of the league, but some of them will still leave the league, go for relegation. So why not use the opportunity to prepare instead of crying?
Okay, well, like Noah Samson said, but let me come back to you, Omoni. What do you think is the way forward? Because last season was, for me particularly, in my own opinion, was one of the best ever season for me in the NPFL, because it was organized well, better organization, and we saw the competitiveness in the league top-notch last season, despite some abnormalities noticed. But I still rate last season as one of the best in my own opinion. Now, what do you think is the way forward? Because like Noel Samson mentioned in the studio here, it's not a recurrence issue with us. Let me say, it's not something that happens every season. So what's the way forward for us to avoid all of this postponement whenever the league is about to start?
Thank you very much. I'll be using the word of a senior colleague. I spoke with, I think, 2 weeks ago. And while I was speaking with him, why do we have our sports sector, why is it so bad, like what we have right now? And we're like, okay, do we need to have someone who has studied sport management in the aim of affairs and everything? And there's something he actually said, because he has actually dealt with several sport ministers. And he said something. He said that we just need people with right intention. He said, starting first, is that we need to start off with people with right intention at the aim of affairs. So, and I think that's one thing we need right now in the Nigerian league. We need people who have right intention, regardless of their experience. Let's say maybe their educational background, maybe they are not actually related to sport or anything. It doesn't need people who are ready to make a change, to enforce a change. This will propel right policies and as well administration. Now, the Nigerian league comprises of the Nigerian clubs, and now for us to have a sustainable league, a league that is fascinating, a league that you can be proud of, definitely the stakeholders, which are the clubs, the 20 clubs in the top flight league, they need to be up and doing. Last season, we saw about 3 to 4 clubs. Live streaming their matches. Bender Insurance, Raymond Stars, Bayelsa United too, at one point, Lobby Stars too, at one point. I think Yimba too, at one point too, they actually live stream their game. Now, that is the right intention. Further going, we saw how clubs have been able to show how they are unveiling their players, Bender Insurance, Raymond Stars. Some of them started getting that attitude from Raymond Stars. Bender Insurance copied that, and see Shooting Stars too. I think as of yesterday they unveiled 2 players and some other things. So I think it's about right intentions and emulating what is good. So it's just about, firstly, we need to start with right intentions, like I stated. Secondly, again, this club needs to enforce that change. They need to look at what is actually happening in other leagues abroad, what is happening in South Africa. They need to learn, because learning or growth is the only constant thing. So if all these sport administrators are ready to learn, they are ready to see it in another perspective, definitely we are going to have a better league. Last season, we saw that referees were not angry about unpaid wages, unpaid bonuses and the likes. That can actually be better as well too. So these are other things that we need. But for me, firstly, or even the most important thing, is that we need right intention. People who are ready to make that change. People who are ready to enforce policies. A club that is not ready to comply with the rules and regulations of the league should be sent packing. These things are very, very simple.
All right, Omoni, let's leave it there. I think we need to put those who understand what sport is all about, and who knows that football is a business, like Omoni and Noah Sampson rightly said here in the studio. Okay, let's move away from the NPF and go straight to the NFF. Let's go to the Glass House, where they have congratulated Asisat Oshoala and Victor Osimhen for nomination on Ballon d'Or. This is the first time we'll be having 2 Nigerians, as in 2 players from the same country on that list. African countries, particularly Oshoala and Victor Osimhen for male and female. Noah Sampson. Now, NFF has come out to congratulate these 2 players. We saw the exploits of Asisat Oshoala with Barcelona Femine, and then with the Super Falcons. And Victor Osimhen, as it stands right now, he's leading the charge, highest goal scorer in the AFCON qualifiers with 7 goals, equal our own this from Benin. That is Jude or Johnny Gallo's record in the qualifiers. Now 7 goals, and if he scores against Satuba and Principe, he will be on 8 goals. Now NFF has congratulated these 2 players, Victor Osimhen, champion in Italy, and Asisat Oshoala, champion in Spain.
Congratulations to Azizat Agbabola. That's a nickname, and to Victor Osimhen. Actually, yesterday, me and my friend were actually discussing and when we saw the list of nominees for the Ballon d'Or for the men football, and we are saying, okay, we know Victor can become first or second, but I know definitely if they are to fix, if they are to appoint, to nominate or elect, or election, they have to elect these individuals on base.
Through voting.
Yes, it's elections, because you're also voting also too. It's all based on elections too. So if you have to vote based on this individual, based on their performance and title, I think Haaland should be the first.
Haaland?
Yes.
Haaland cannot be the first.
Pape second, then Osimhen third.
Okay, then Osimhen third. That is for your own. And then for Asisat Oshoala,
she can. I'm not seeing her taking the first position also too, but I've seen her taking the second or third. But it seems since 1999, this is the first time a Nigerian player will be nominated for that for the Ballon d'Or, and it's really something I'm happy for. I thank God for it, and I just wish, I pray for Osimhen to just keep scoring the goals. He should keep scoring.
Okay.
Same for Azizat also.
Osimhen should keep scoring the goals and be doing well with Napoli. And quickly, Omoni, in just 2 seconds, let me feel your reaction to this. NFF has congratulated these two players. I know they are exceptional with their various clubs, also with the Super Falcons and Super Eagles, a good one. And NFF has also joined the fray to say, well done, guys.
Yeah, I think that's a very good thing from the NFF. They've actually done what is expected of them. But just like what Emmanuel said, that it's very, 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 very key, because it's been a very long time. I think since Nwako Kanu, we've actually not seen any Nigerian main player getting to that stage where Osimhen has gotten to at the moment. And right now, you see that even his performance on the pitch in the new season is actually showing that he's up to the task. He's up to the task to actually put the burden or the responsibility of the main national team on his shoulder. But it's still going to be very, very hard to see Osimhen finishing maybe the top 5. But I think this is still a very good one, a good fit, I must say. He has actually proved his worth. He has conquered in several leagues, and now in the Italian Serie A, he has actually shown that, okay, he's ready and he's even more capable. And if care is not taken, we might be seeing Osimhen breaking records even at the AFCON next year.
Okay, Osimhen will break a record in AFCON next year. Let's just stay with you, Jeremiah Omoni, and let's go to England, where another Nigerian player is doing well. That is Taiwo Awoniyi, has been nominated for the August Player Award in the EPL after his brilliant start to the season with 4 games and 3 goals, 3 goals and 1 assist in the last game against Chelsea, where he gave Anthony Elanga an assist. For Taiwo Awoniyi, brilliant player. Liverpool didn't give this guy a chance. He was being loaned out, traveling here and there, coming back to Liverpool. But at the end of the day, now with Nottingham Forest. But this nominee for Taiwo Awoniyi, what's your pulse about that?
Yeah, I think this is the best way to prove critics wrong. Because I remember when Taiwo joined Nottingham Forest last season, people were like, why do you have to join a team probably who might be relegating in the league? But he was, and he didn't start very well, because I think he had to suffer injuries, and coming back, started very late. It was a late boomer for Nottingham Forest, and immediately we saw how he was able to perform last season against Chelsea, and doing the same thing again, scoring against Manchester United, that fast minute goal, and as well to scoring, assisting Elanga against Chelsea. I think he's already getting himself settled in the EPL, and I won't be surprised. Don't forget that we've seen a couple of players like that, Nigerian players, likes of Yakubu Ayekweni for Blackburn Rovers, about 5-6 seasons ago. We've seen the likes of Ozajo that we get too for West Bromwich Albion too as well, getting the player of the month consecutively. So I think Awoniyi he's just testing the waters, and he has actually put his feet on the ground again to follow the footsteps of former Nigerian internationals who have actually proved their worth in the EPL. So the goals is coming, and I'm so glad that he already understood the pattern of the team, of Steve Cooper's squad, tactics, and also, if I may add too, that one thing again about Awoniyi is that when he was moving from Germany to England, there's something that many players probably do not understand, and I think Awoniyi understood very, very well. But that you know the kind of club that fits your pattern, that fits your style of play, and I think that's one thing that actually helped Awoniyi.
Okay, we will leave it there. That is one thing that have actually helped Taiwo Awoniyi understanding where he's going to fit in after Liverpool didn't give him that chance. And congratulations for that nomination. Taiwo Awoniyi has been brilliant since last season. He joined the likes of Salah, Mohamed Salah's Emmanuel Adebayo's record by scoring 7 goals in the EPL. Okay, let's leave that story now and look at today's fixtures. We have qualifiers, AFCON qualifiers, and then the European qualifiers. We have fixtures in Africa and then in Europe. We'll start with Africa. Burkina Faso will be taking on Eswatini Egypt will welcome Ethiopia at home. While Mali, okay, that is a mix-up. Mali will be playing Sudan, and then in European qualifier we have Cyprus against Scotland, we have Georgia playing Spain, Bosnia-Herzegovina against Liechtenstein, Luxembourg we welcome Iceland, Portugal will battle Slovakia, Croatia against Latvia, and Turkey will be playing Armenia. These are the fixtures in Africa and then in Europe. And before we go quickly on the show, let's take this last one. It concerns transfer, where Nigerian Super Eagles forward Kayode Olariwaju has joined a Turkish side. He has been in Turkey from one Turkish club to another. This time around, Gençlerbirliği in the Turkish league. That is where we will be playing from now on, and that is where we'll leave it on the show 360 Sport. Noah Samson, thanks for joining me on the show this morning.
The pleasure is mine.
And to Olariwaju Jeremiah from Ado-Ekiti, it was a wonderful one having you on the show. I am Emmanuel Fashemi. Thanks for watching.